Chase, Crystal Hardy, Indianapolis Star. You mentioning being on the other side of the fence, watching Newman and Stewart, growing up. With this being the only race in Indiana, are you able to actually, go home, see everybody, and what's that like as you lead up to racing here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway?
Yeah, it's always, just a fun week for me because outside of Christmas, really Brickyard Week's the only week I get to go home. My entire family still lives in Mitchell. So, for me to be able to go back and see my grandparents and everything, it honestly kind of recharges my batteries. I feel like, I was able to come up on Tuesday night and just spend time, and my sister got married last night, so that was fun too, just getting to, see that chapter of her life start, and get to be there with, friends and things, and obviously all my family. It's just been a really fun week, and would love to cap it off, obviously with the Brickyard 400. I'm sure my sister would be mad if I went and kind of topped the wedding on the week. Yeah, it's just been a really fun week to be able to come up here and get to do all the things that we've done. And even, Brooks now is old enough to kind of know what's going on, and he's for example, an Indianapolis Colts fan and a Pacers fan. So for him now, like he understands what Indiana is and the significance to it, for myself and our families. So it's just fun to come up here for sure.
Does that give you any added pressure more than usual, more than going to any other race, or is it not as bad given that you're around friends and family and all of that?
It's honestly not pressure. If anything, I think you find this kind of extra 5-10%. I've talked to Tony even about it. Just when you're from Indiana and you come here, I mean, you've seen it with Newman, and you've seen it with, Gordon was kind of a transplant to Indiana, but certainly Tony, you just find this extra, like I said, 5-10% you didn't know you had, and you really put that pressure on yourself to perform here when you come here. And I think a lot of it is because the Hoosier fan base just gets behind you, unlike anywhere else. I mean, there's no other racetrack we go to where when I hear a driver from that state, the crowd's going nuts. It's different in the state of Indiana, and for me to be able to be that guy for the fans here, it's just really, really cool.
And then just a quick follow-up, with coming home, Mitchell being close here, you've told me before, I have like 500 friends and family members in the stands. How do you keep so focused with all of those different, obligations, different distractions that you'll face this weekend?
Yeah, honestly, I enjoy it. I don't really go, like I said, really to any other racetrack all year long where people are like screaming my name and stuff. So it's kind of cool just to get to experience, that for a weekend every single year. But I think, honestly, having all those people around me is kind of what helps you find that 5-10%. And I think I can't speak for Tony, obviously, but when Tony would come here, he had a ton of family and friends as well. And, you don't get to race in front of all of them very often. So when you do it, you want to put on a good show for them and give them a good result, something to be proud of. And, for me, I definitely think it just helps put things into perspective when you come here. Without that, support, you probably don't get to where you're at a lot of the time. So for me, it's always enjoyable when I can have all them around. And yeah, I feel like my life's full of distractions, right? I mean, you're seeing one of them right here as I'm doing interviews, and then the twins and stuff. So yeah, I feel like I'm pretty good at managing all that. But yeah, it's nice just to have all those people here and feel that support whenever you go to get into the car.
More pressure, winning the pole here at the Brickyard for the Brickyard 400, or going to Mitchell and not everybody in the world wanting an autograph and a selfie?
Honestly, it's really cool when I go to Mitchell. They just treat me like I've always lived there, truthfully. Yeah, so that part's fun. When I go back there, I mean, I get to, it's a small town, right? There's 3,800 people that live there, so everybody already kind of just knows everybody in general. But yeah, I would say it's way more pressure here for sure.